Hey, Alexa, what crap did John Hicks say this week on the radio? I'm sure I don't want to hear it, but I'm interested to find out.
Helping you solve the retirement puzzle. Welcome to The Retirement Solution with John Hicks.
Here with John Hicks, I'm Jennifer Perry. We'd love to hear from you here on the Retirement Solution podcast. You can always drop us an email with any questions for John at retirementsolutionradio.com. And actually, I'm trying to focus on the positive now, like a lot of our listeners, John, because we
You mean like the glass is half full?
I'm really, really trying, okay? But
I wish my glass was half full this morning of some good stuff to drink. It wasn't.
It's a little too early for that.
And Starbucks isn't open near me. So
I know. All the little things that you just take for granted. So there's my positive. I think when all of this is over, I think the number one thing is, like, I miss my mom right now. And
sure,
I maybe haven't done a great job of visiting her enough. And that's what this is teaching me, because now that I really can't, I'm like, wow, you need to make this a priority going forward.
Absolutely. I've had the same issue. So my father, who's in the VA hospital, he's in essentially assisted living type care because of his state. And they've been on quarantine for going on 3 weeks now. So not only myself and my kids can't really go see him. We do Skype or, the video chat thing. But my mom hasn't been able to see him either in almost 3 weeks. It's literally, if you're staff, they check your temperature on the way in. They check your temperature on the way out, because those type of communities like that, if someone were to get it would go through like wildfire. And so they're trying to keep everyone safe. But I haven't been able to see my pops in a lot longer than I'd like. So, Dad, I know you're out there listening. I love you. Yeah. And I know you're doing great.
Thank goodness for the technology right now, John. I mean, at least that we can have that face-to-face conversation, even if it's not really face-to-face. And
sure,
you've been kind of doing that same thing with a lot of your clients and our listeners, too.
Yeah, so we basically shut, just like we're supposed to, like the governor said, and like they've done in Indiana as well, basically shutting the office to any people. So Tennille and I, because we're Corona buddies,
You're quarantined together, whether you like it or not.
We'll go into the office because our kids are staying at the house with my mother-in-law, and we'll get some stuff done here, but we have to keep the door shut. So all of our communication really has been through video chat, and it's really cool. I've always been reluctant to do this kind of stuff because I thought it was highly impersonal. And I'm a very personal person.
That's what I heard
Jennifer,
about you.
I like to be all up in their areas. I like to.
Okay, that scares me now.
Okay, maybe not like that.
Okay,
that sounded really
creepy,
really weird.
Creepy.
After I heard myself. No, I love face-to-face interactions. I feel like I respond to people.
That's why
better.
You love your courses. Yeah.
Yeah, I can read their body language. I can see if they understand the concepts. I can see it in their eyes. I can see it in their positioning of their body. I can tell if they're interested or if they're disinterested in the portions of their portfolio we're discussing or their lives. And so that's why I always like that personal effect. But the video chat has been pretty cool. There's all kinds of things where you can just share all this really great information. And that's what we've been doing with everyone for the whole past week in our office. And people have really liked it because anyone on my staff is able to essentially facilitate anything, not just on phone call, but you can see their lovely faces. Yeah. We make sure that even though they're not coming into the office, they're not in their one-piece PJs with their hair all whack-doodle. They're presentable because we have a morning meeting every morning.
Okay, so everybody has to report.
Yeah,
yes.
So see, I can't have my hair all whack-doodled, with my Cheese Whiz stained undershirt either. So it's been good. It's been good. We've had a lot of productivity from this.
Yeah.
So the good piece of this, and where I was going to kind of come to this, is not only do I think that the United States is not only going to get through this, we're going to flourish because we do have such great communication systems. We do have decent infrastructure. It can always be enhanced.
Right.
I hope the president focuses on this. We want infrastructure development in this country, but really we are positioned to thrive through this thing as long as you guys stay healthy. Please stay healthy out there. Wash your hands. Please don't take this for granted, getting close to someone else, because not only do they not know where you've been, you don't know where they've been.
True.
This illness is not hard to defeat, but it requires patience, much like investing in the markets. It requires patience and understanding, grasshopper.
More
so
lessons.
take note to that and make sure you guys are being healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Health first right now. But let's talk about the market too, John, because obviously, we've had more swings this week, some on the upside, and then you have another down day. And it's just kind of like, okay, where are we headed next? But I think that's prompting maybe some of those market daredevils to think about, okay, maybe this is my point to jump in and buy. Sure. What do you tell people who are kind of on that end of things right now?
I think as long as it fits your investment parameters, which means you understand if we're investing in a very volatile period, you could potentially lose a little bit of money in the short run. So if you're ever going to consider this, I think it's very wise. We've been doing this with small amounts of a lot of our clients. People that, for instance, and I'm not giving a recommendation, but people, when Churchill Downs was down 63%, we got small amounts of that for many, many people. Okay. And Churchill Downs is up 39% since that point in time. Nice. So very small amounts. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Right. But there's going to be a lot more, I think, diamonds out there that we're going to be able to see through the rubble. You want a company right now, because this is the very beginning, guys, the very beginning, potentially of a recessionary period. We're only a month deep. Right. So please don't think this is going to end tomorrow. Understand usually downturns, not just the correction in the market, but this period of time, because we've been in quarantine. We've had a lot of GDP loss because people haven't been able to work. Companies have not been able to make some of their products. We have not been able to go out there and consume, except for all you guys out there that bought all the toilet paper. You guys have been consuming quite a bit. I don't know what you're doing with all that toilet paper, by the way.
I don't want to know.
I have no idea what you're doing, but I hope you don't really require it, because that would make me very nervous.
Yes.
No, but I think that we're going to have a little bit of a rockier time. So if you have a properly designed plan to make good quality companies with, listen, guys, strong balance sheets. You have to look at companies right now with strong balance sheets, because I think that there's going to be a little bit more rockiness along the way. Don't jump in too quick. I want you to make sure you understand the risks. The risks right now are a lot bigger than just the illness. I think that second quarter GDP, when we have in ink, in writing, how bad it was for a lot of these companies like Disney, who hasn't had a theme park opened, that has no movies that have come out here recently. Mm-hmm. I think that people say, well, I knew they weren't going to make a ton of money, but my goodness, I had no idea they were going to lose that much money.
Right.
And when that happens, I think that that's called leg down. We're going to have another leg down to the market. So you have not missed the opportunity. It's only been a month of downturn. We don't know what's going to happen, but expect a little bit more of this rockiness. But I think that, yes, if you are being wise, this is the time we should make good decisions on, should we put a little bit of something in a company we're feeling real good about? Apple was down 35%. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd invest in cruise ships and airlines yet.
No.
That makes me a little
time for a while. Yeah,
makes me a little uncomfortable. But outside of that, just be smart. And if you don't know how to do this, give us a call. We'll explain to you how you need to make sure that the rest of your portfolio needs to be fully balanced before you start playing with, play money. Okay? Because if you have the rest of your stuff balanced correctly, where you have your safe assets you can't lose a single dollar on, you have your risk-based assets that are being monitored for their performance, making sure they don't go too far too fast, then that little bit of money, and what am I talking about? No more than 10 to 15% of your total portfolio, maximum, should you consider going to find those really good bargains, okay? And don't put it all in at one time. You want to space it out over time, because there's going to be good companies out there. You just want to make sure you do it wisely.
Have questions for John? Drop us an email at retirementsolutionradio.com.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if John Hicks is licensed in your state, please call 502-690-5635. J. Hagan Capital Inc. is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through John Hicks, Kentucky Insurance License number 998827.